about it. Verse 8.
Yeah, I hear something.
That's the
First,
And then that's the first one. It made a little bit of the music at first, but so they showing me good.
There you go. Divide this one in.
okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay, give us 9 again. Verse 9.
Or do you want to start back at 8 or?
Yeah, 9. That was the point I was trying to get to
Okay.
right there. Yeah.
Okay, Deuteronomy 2, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord said unto me, distress not the Moabites,
Stress not the Moabites.
neither contend with them in battle.
Okay.
For I will not give thee of their land for a possession, because I have given unto the children of Lot.
Gave it to Lot.
For a possession.
For a possession.
The Emins dwelt
That verse
therein.
9?
No, that
No,
was the
stop
end
at
of verse
9.
9. Okay.
Yeah, stop at 9. So that was the commandment that the Most High had gave to Israel when it was coming out of the wilderness and was going this way. And we're going to go more back into it, but they was taking a route so they could cross the Jordan River to get over to Canaan, because that was the land that the Most High promised them.
Can you zoom out a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
okay.
Cameron.
Never mind. I thought it was going to show more.
Oh, you want to see Edom?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was trying to show you.
Okay. But basically, this is the route that they're taking right here, y'all. And they were going up through what is called the King's Highway. We're going to get into that.
Yeah.
And they were going to cross the Jabbok River. That's the Jabbok River. And then they're going to make a left and go across the Jordan River to get into the Canaanite territory. That's the route we're going. But the Most High said, do not, couldn't get Edom. But Edom is down here.
Yeah,
Right below Moab country.
Yeah.
And so he wanted them to walk around Edom and Moab. But wait a minute, that's a discrepancy. Because back in Ruth 1, it said that they sojourned through the country of Moab.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. If Most High said don't go through Moab, and the book says that they went through the country of Moab, where they go then? Because it sounds like it's the same thing, right? Country of Moab, they went to the land of Moab. But Most High said, no, don't go through there. So what happened? And that's what we're going to, it's so important that we have to go through this, because it's going to explain why Ruth took place. And what BJ said, and we can prove that too. He said it happened, this is what happened 300 years before the book of Ruth. And so we have to establish that first before we can get into the book of Ruth. So we're not going to understand what's going on in the book of Ruth, because we don't understand what happened 300 years before the book of Ruth. And so we have to establish that foundation first. That's why we just said it was 300 years ago. So with that being said, you got something, DJ? Before we get into this, what's wrong?
Well, the discrepancy is okay. Oh, let me put this back. Okay. And what the issue is, so you know what we're talking about here. Did they go to the country of Moab where they've been taught?
Right.
Oh, to the country of Moab. Or was it somewhere else?
Right.
That's called Moab.
Uh-huh.
Right here.
Uh-huh.
And see, that changes everything, because would Ruth be a Gentile? Or is she an Israelite?
Uh-huh. That's what we got to prove.
Yeah.
That's what we have to prove.
First chapter, it doesn't really say they went to First chapter, they don't say they went to
No, it's the country of
It's in the
Moab.
country more.
If
Why?
they go,
Yeah.
I ain't getting that interpretation.
In the country.
Do that. Some people do.
I mean, from what I read, I don't. I mean,
Some-
it's very suggestive.
Right.
They went to the.
But that ain't what, it doesn't completely say that they went.
I don't understand what you're saying. Oh,
The Olympics,
yeah.
they
Elimelech.
took wives, right? Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, we ain't got over there yet. But it says,
Oh, yeah, we didn't get to that yet.
go back to 1
I'm
and 2.
sorry.
Yeah.
1 and 2. 1 and 2 said they went.
Oh, it does.
1 and 2.
They went to Moab.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 and 2 sojourn
Sojourn to the country of Moab.
And they came to the country of Moab.
Yeah, sojourn in the country.
In the country of
In
Moab.
the country.
In the country of Moab. That's
Right.
what it says. So it suggests. So it sounds like they
It's
went.
suggesting that.
They went there.
They went here.
Yeah, but did they really go there?
Right, that's the course.
That's the question.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
And that's what we have to establish.
Yeah.
Because what BJ said, a lot because of that discrepancy, a lot of people think I'm getting ahead of myself, but
Yeah.
they
sorry.
think that Ruth, because we're gonna read it, it said the women of Moab. They
Right.
think that Ruth was a Moabite
Right. From here.
from there, from Moab. They think that she was a Moabite. And so we have to prove that. Where did they really go? And is Ruth really a Moabite?
Or an Israelite
Or is she an Israelite?
from the land of Reuben.
But the scripture says that they were, her and her sister they were women of Moab.
Yeah.
So that's what we got to prove because we have to, because we weren't going to understand the book of Ruth, the first chapter. That's not established.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and Carlos was going through the history of them coming out of
Jackson.
this side. I got it.
All right.
The history of them coming out of the land of Egypt. And let's do that. Let's start with Numbers 21. And let me see, I got some pictures here. There ain't as good. I ain't got no color ink. But I'm gonna try to show them. Numbers 21, we'll start at 4.
Number 21.
And this is going back in time for them coming out of Egypt, going into the land.
Numbers 21, starting at verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And they journeyed from Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea to compass the land of Edom.
Mhm.
And the soul of the people was much discouraged because of the way.
Okay, that's 4. No. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I mean Joshua. My bad. That was just this is your 4. All right, one more time now. My bad.
And they journeyed from Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea
Uh-huh.
to compass the land of Edom.
Uh-huh.
And the soul of the people was much discouraged because of the way.
So he's just saying that they went around Edom, which was down here, went around Edom, and then now jump down to 11.
And they journeyed from Oboth and pitched at El Jeruel in the wilderness, which is before Moab,
Okay,
toward the sunrise.
go ahead.
From thence they removed and pitched in the valley of Zer. From thence they removed and pitched on the other side of Arnon,
All the way to 13.
which is in the wilderness that cometh out of the coast of the Amorites. From Arnon
Oh, yeah,
is
number
the
21.
border of
Yeah,
Moab, between Moab and the Amorites.
Okay. But Carlos was saying, can you blow that up?
Yeah.
One more time? I hope the people up here can see. The Arnon River is the border from Moab to, at this time, it's Amorites live here.
Right.
Let me see if I got it right. If you can see this. Yeah, you can see that there. So the Arnon River is the cutoff. Right here, I know it says Reuben, but this is before Reuben got there. This was Amorite territory.
Yeah.
I wonder. Marker. I said marker 15.
But we can see that what he's talking about right here. This is Amorite, right here, where it says Amorite. That's Amorite territory. This is where they're going. Because remember in the beginning it said the Most High told them to go around Edom and Moab. Don't mess with them. But he said come up to the Amorites territory, which is they was pitched at. What how far did you get in number 21?
13.
Okay, I'm not gonna keep reading because it's gonna tell you exactly where they pitched at.
Okay.
Hold on. All right.
11 says they pitched at
Jeroboam.
Jeroboam, yeah. And then they stopped right there. Then they started moving again.
Okay.
Here just the Jeroboam.
Jeroboam.
Yeah.
In the wilderness, which is before Moab, toward the sunrise.
Okay.
From thence they removed and pitched in the valley of Zer. From thence they removed and pitched on the other side of Arnon.
The other side of Arnon.
Right there. That's what he's talking about. On the other side of this is the Arnon River right here. So they pitched on this side right here. Remember, they had to go around Moab. This is the Arnon River. So they pitched right around this area right here. They went around Moab. Okay.
Which is in the wilderness that cometh out of the coast of the Amorites. For Arnon is the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorites.
Arnon is the border of Moab and the Amorites. And the Amorites. That's their country. Okay.
Wherefore it is said in the book of the wars of the Lord, what he did in the Red Sea and in the brooks of Arnon, and at the streams of the brooks that goeth down to the dwelling of Ar.
Okay, where you at?
15.
Oh, that's good. Go down to start at 21.
Okay.
Now they're gonna give you start at 21.
All right, 21 and 21.
Uh-huh.
And Israel sent messengers unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying,
Sihon, the king of the Amorites.
Let me pass through thy land. We
Uh-huh.
will not turn into the fields or into the vineyards. We will not drink of the waters of the well, but we will go along by the king's highway until we be passed by borders.
Okay.
Thy borders.
Uh-huh.
And Sihon would not suffer Israel to pass through his borders.
Go ahead.
Let me show you. This is what he did on here. They going around. They on the. Oh shoot! Man, this ain't working today. This just ain't out today.
Go ahead.
So they're going around here, and they're right around this area here, and they send messenger to the king's side and say, "Hey, can we come through here? We want to get over here." And the king of the Amorites say, "No, you ain't coming through our land." And they actually came out. I'm gonna get ahead. They came out against him.
Yeah, he about to read that now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he about to read that now.
Okay, we're going to start at 23 again. And Sihon would not suffer Israel to pass through his border.
Okay.
But Sihon gathered all his people together and went out against Israel into the wilderness. And he came to Jahaz and fought.
He came to where?
He came to Jahaz.
Right here. Jahaz.
And fought against Israel.
That's what he fought at. Israel and the Sihon, the king of the Amorites, that's what he fought. Right there in Jahaz. Right in the Amorites territory. Okay.
And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword.
Yeah.
And possessed his land from Arnon unto Jabbok.
Watch this.
Even until the children of Ammon.
Israel defeated them at Jahaz, and they possessed the land where?
They possessed his land from Arnon.
From the Arnon River to where?
Unto Jabbok.
Until
Jabbok. Even until the children of Ammon.
the Jabbok River. Hold on. So, from the Arnon River, so from the Arnon River to the Jabbok River, all this Amorites territory became Israel's territory because they defeated Sihon and Jahaz. So now all of that from that border is now all Israelite territory because they defeated Sihon right there. Okay. Yeah, we got to remember that. This is very important. The Arnon, y'all gonna see it's very important that we know this history because then we're gonna have a clear understanding what's going on in Ruth. But we had to understand what happened 300 years before the time of Ruth. Okay, watch this.
For the borders of the children of Ammon were strong.
Yep.
And Israel took all these cities, and Israel dwelt in all the cities of the Amorites, in Heshbon, and in all the villages thereof. For Heshbon was the city of Shan, the king of the Amorites,
Right.
who had fought against the former king of Moab,
Uh-huh.
and taken all his land out of his hand, even unto Arnon.
There it is. So
So
read that part again. Watch this.
listen to this.
For Heshbon was the city of Shion, the king of the Amorites,
Uh-huh.
who had fought against the former king of Moab,
Uh-huh.
and taken all his land out of his hand, even unto Arnon.
Y'all hear what happened? So Sihon, guess what? Moab,
Used to.
yeah. Moab used to be actually all of this. From bottom of Moab until you got to the Jabbok River was all Moabite territory.
This right here.
Yeah.
All of this used to be Moabite.
That was Moabite territory. But it said what Sihon did what?
He came
And
into
Shion, the king of the Amorites,
Uh-huh.
who had fought against the former king of Moab, and taken all his land
Uh-huh.
out of his hand,
Where?
even unto Arnon.
Even from to Arnon. So everything from Arnon to the Jabbok, Sihon beat the Moabites, and that became Amorite territory.
Right.
The Sihon. So everything below the Arnon River remained Moab. And this became Amorite. So now when the Israelites came in and asked Sihon, who's now the ruler of this country, can we pass through and go through the King's Highway so we can get to Canaan where we're going? He said, no, y'all not coming through here.
Not only said no,
And
but
that's right.
but came out against him.
They came out and fought them. And Jahaz.
Yeah.
And big mistake. So Israel came in, they defeated them. It said from the Arnon all the way to the Jabbok. Now Israel owns all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to remember that, y'all. Because okay, Peter. We got to remember that.
Yeah. So now I'm just showing on this map here. Now all of this here, it used to be Moabite territory. The king of the Amorites took this portion here. Now this is just Moab. Moab was cut in half.
Yeah.
And the children of Israel came in, asked him, can we come through? Amorite? He said, nope. Matter of fact, I'm gonna fight y'all.
Mm-hmm.
They got whooped. Israelite territory.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
That was what? You wasn't at 29?
Did I?
No,
You want to read 29? Okay.
Did you go to 29?
we stopped at 26.
26, go. Just read 29.
Okay, 29. Woe to thee, Moab! Thou art undone, O people of Chemos. He have given his sons that escaped, and his daughters into captivity, unto Shion, king of the Amorites.
Okay. All right. Just confirm what we said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that 22. 23. Is that good?
Where you want to go?
22. Number 22.
Number 22? Okay.
1 through 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And the children of Israel set forth and pitched in the plains of Moab.
And the what now?
In the plains of Moab.
Uh-oh.
That's not down here.
Uh-huh.
That's up here.
In Amorite territory.
It's still called the plains.
The plains of Moab.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Remember we were talking about the country. I mean, well, not country, but the land.
Mm-hmm.
The land of Moab down there. But the Most High said, don't go. Go around them. But in Amorite territory, it was, remember, all of this was Moabite territory. So when Sihon defeated them and claimed this territory, it was still the name stayed the same. In the plains of Moab,
Plains.
or the country of Moab, same thing. The plains of Moab.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, remember that. All right.
Okay, we're going to start it from the beginning again. And the children of Israel set forth and pitched in the plains of Moab, on this side of Jordan by Jericho.
Okay.
And Balak, the son of Zippor, saw all that Israel had done.
And we know exactly he's saying that because the plains of Moab, because you said what?
And then the plains of Moab on this side.
This side.
Jordan by Jericho.
Where's Jericho? On the
Every time they say this side, it's always the east
side.
Yeah.
Of what's the name? So we know they're not talking about Moab down there because it said Jericho was right on it, or the place Moab was right on the east side of Jericho.
Right.
There it is. So we know they're not talking about Moab down there. They're talking about the plains of Moab.
Right.
Okay.
And Balak, the son of Zippor, saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. And Moab was sore afraid of the people because they were many. And Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel.
Yeah, he got scared. He said he understood that they kicked Sion's butt.
Yeah.
And they thought, oh shoot, they gonna come down here and get us too.
Right.
But the Most High already gave them the command. Don't mess with them.
That's your second cousin.
That's right. That's Lot's territory. Do not mess with the Moabites.
Right.
Okay.
Just to remind everybody to know who Lot was.
Right. Everybody know who Lot was. Abraham's nephew.
Right.
So they're kin people. That's why they told them, don't test me Edom. That's your brother.
That's right.
That's your first cousin.
Yep.
And then Moab and Ammon are actually your second cousin.
That's right.
Yep. And the blood, man.
So he said, don't mess with them.
Don't mess with them. That's it. Yep. Okay. Now we got that established. Where you want to go, B?
Oh, let me see him. Shoot. Give me a second.
Okay.
Because we got to show where actually Ammon. I'm trying to think of what it is. Ammon, they came out and they was gonna fight because they got scared too.
Right. Ammon, right here.
Yeah, Ammon,
right here.
They wanted to fight. And they messed around and fought with the Israelites. And I'm just gonna kill it. They fought with the Israelites and got their land took.
Yep.
So now all the way up, if the screen would go higher, all the way up to Mount Hermon is Israelite territory.
Yeah.
All this is coming out of Egypt.
Yeah.
So now they own everything from Mount Hermon, squeezing it down, to the Arnon River. Arnon River down here. Now all of this is Israelite territory.
That's right.
Because they came out and wanted to fight.
That's right. And we're gonna prove that through the scripture.
Right.
It's in there. It talks about that. Let's go to what is it? Deuteronomy. Or is it let's go to Deuteronomy. Where is it at?
2.
Yeah.
While you looking that up, you said they were scared to fight, but they came out to fight.
Yeah.
That goes to Revelation about Christ when he showed all the armies together. They were scared to fight, but they didn't have to fight.
Right.
They believe it.
Second head.
Yeah, they were taking the advertising in Revelation. I'm sorry. Yeah, they were scared. Every time you said that, my mind went blank.
Yeah, they were scared. They knew. I mean, they weren't even dealing with them. They weren't even supposed to have no land on this side of Jordan.
That's right.
They weren't supposed to. That wasn't the plan.
Yep.
But if they got to come out on them, they got to defend themselves. So they end up with this here just by people being scared and wanting to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll go to Deuteronomy 2. I want to show something as well. Start at verse 31. Yeah.
Okay. Deuteronomy 2 starting at verse 31.
Okay. This is after they got the Amorites territory. Watch this.
And the Lord said unto me, Behold, I have begun to give Shion and his land before thee. Begin to possess that thou mayest inherit his land.
His land, Amorite.
Then Shion came out against us, he and all his people, to fight at Jahaz.
Yeah.
And the Lord our God delivered him before us, and we smote him and his sons and all his people.
Now watch this.
And we took all his cities at that time, and utterly destroyed the men and the women, and the little ones of every city in Amorite territory. We left none to remain. Now you got to remember also when it was the whole thing was Moabite territory. They held some of the Moabites captive, right, in that land. Everybody that was below the Arnon River, they was all right, but in that territory, the Most High was giving it to them. Now, since you didn't want to let them through, then Most High said, "Okay, we're gonna take all of it.
Kill everything."
So kill. That's right. Kill everybody in that area because this is Israelite territory now. So everybody, every man, woman, and child that is in there, the Most High said, "Get them out of there. This is our territory now." And he's doing this for a reason. That's why he's setting up the book of Ruth, y'all, in 300 years ago. 300 years after that. And so everybody in that land had to be destroyed because it's going to be Israelites' territory. So he had to destroy everybody in there. Okay. All right.
So,
Yes, sir.
is there another additive to that of why you destroyed everybody?
Because it had, well, the way I saw it, I believe because it had to be holy. The land, everything had to be holy. Because you mentioned bloodline. There's a certain bloodline that was going to come through that. And we're going to get to it. I don't think we're going to get to it today, but.
And it was actually promised, that land was promised to them. The Canaanites just didn't leave it.
Right.
So when Noah and his sons, they pulled lots, that land fell to Shem. But Canaan said, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And so it was actually their land. So now coming out of Egypt, they're going back to get the land that was already promised. That's why it's called the promised land.
Yep.
Because it was promised to them at the time of Noah.
And Canaan took it.
Canaan said, I ain't going nowhere.
So it was possessed by Canaanites.
Right.
Ites. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's what I was trying to find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense of why everything.
Well, you remember what he said about the ites?
Yeah.
The Most High. So that's why he had to clean house.
Yeah.
He had to clean house. To kill every man, one man, child.
We know why.
It's got to be purified and holy. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Now they done took this territory, and to prove what BJ was just talking about, upward above that, go to Deuteronomy 3:1. Watch this.
Deuteronomy 3:1.
Mm-hmm.
Then returned and went up the way to Bashan.
Bashan. That's what BJ was just talking about. Bashan.
And Og, the
Kingdom
king
of
of Bashan,
Uh-huh.
came out against us, he and all his people, to battle at Edrei.
And where?
At Edrei.
That's where they battled at. In Edrei.
Yeah.
And this is above the Jabbok River. They already conquered the Amorite territory. That's theirs now. Now they going traveling up this way, and Bashan wanted to start some stuff.
They just trying to get over here.
All they trying to do is just get to Canaan, but everybody want to come against them.
Yeah.
Why can't we? He said, can't we just go up? It was a road that was called the King's Highway. And that's all they wanted to do was just go through. He said, look, we ain't gonna take nothing. You know, whatever. If we got to buy some food or whatever from y'all, we'll do it. All we want to do is just go through here and cross over the Jordan River and go into the Canaanite territory. We ain't trying to start no stuff. But everybody wanted to start stuff with them. Okay, so watch what Bashan. What happened?
2. And the Lord said unto me, fear him not, for I will deliver him and all his people and his land into thy hand.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt do unto him as thou didst unto Shion.
Do the same thing you did to Bashan. Do it the same thing to
which dwelt at Heshbon.
Uh-huh.
So the Lord our God delivered into our hands Og, also the king of Bashan, and all his people. And we smote him until none was left.
How many was left?
None
Clean house.
was left.
Clean
to
house
him
again, Mike.
remaining.
Yeah.
And we took all his cities at that time. There was not a city which we took not from them.
Uh-huh. All that area.
80
above the
cities.
Jabbok River. All that area.
From them. 80 cities, all the region of Argob, the kingdom of Og in Bashan.
60 cities, he said.
That's it. Yep. Go ahead.
All these cities were fenced with high walls, gates, and bars, besides unwalled towns, a great many. And we utterly destroyed them as we did.
Yeah.
Unto Shion, king of Heshbon. Utterly destroying the men, women, and children of every city.
Again, Mike.
But all the cattle and the spoils of the city we took for a prey to ourselves. And we took at that time out of the hand of their 2 kings of the Amorites, the land that was on this side of Jordan.
East side.
From the river of Arnon to Mount Hermon.
Stop right there. They said where?
From the river of Arnon unto Mount Hermon.
So look, y'all. From the river, Arnon River, all the way up.
Oh, I'm sorry. official.
Look here, from the Armor all the way up to where?
Mount
Squeeze
Hermon.
it down a little bit. Right here. All this now.
Now, all that from the Arnon to the Mount Hermon
Mm-hmm.
is Israelite territory. Very important before we get into the book of Ruth. All of that land is now Israelite territory. And remember, in Amorite, what was Amorite's territory was the plains of Moab. That's going to be very important when we get back into the book of Ruth.
Ooh, I can see your head.
You see it now. It's coming. In the plains of Moab. Yes, it's gonna make sense in a minute, y'all. I promise. But we had to get this foundation first.
Yeah.
We had to. All the way from the Mount Hermon to the Arnon River is now Israelite territory. This happened 300 years, like we just said, 300 years before the book of Ruth.
Right.
Okay. We had to establish that, y'all. We had to. Okay.
Now, so now that we're gonna jump ahead a few 100 years, and then we'll come back again, probably.
Yeah.
Now that they own all this,
Yeah.
and finna go over.
They about to cross over now.
And,
They cross over. They own all that stuff now.
Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh say, "Ooh, man, we like it right here."
Deuteronomy 32.
32. That's
Yeah.
right. Let's see what's up.
Deuteronomy 32.
Number 32.
Numbers. It's numbers.
Number 32.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Numbers 32.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Starting at verse 1.
Oh yeah.
Number 32, starting at verse 1.
Okay.
Now the children of Reuben and the children of Gad
Remember this, y'all?
had a very great multitude of cattle.
Uh-huh.
And when they saw the land of Jazar
Uh-huh.
and the land of Gilead, that behold, the place was a place for cattle.
Right.
The children of Gad and the children of Reuben
Jazar.
came and spake unto Moses
Uh-huh.
and to Eleazar the priest and unto the princes of the congregation, saying, Adarach and Daban and Jazar and Nimrah and Heshbon and Eliah
All those places is in there.
and Shaban and Nebo
Uh-huh.
and Beon.
Nebo. Mount Nebo. Uh-huh. All those places is in this area right here. That used to be Amorite's territory, but it's now theirs. But Reuben, remember, that's very important. Reuben said, I want that land. But watch this. Watch. Go ahead.
Even the country which the Lord marked before the congregation of Israel is a land for cattle, and thy servants have cattle.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore said they, if we have found grace in thy sight, let this land be given unto thy servants
Uh-huh.
for a possession, and bring us not over Jordan.
Now watch this. Stop right there. So basically, y'all heard what Reuben said.
Yeah.
Y'all give us this land right here. We like this land right here because we got a lot of cattle. And this little land here has a lot of grazing and a country area right here. In the plains of Moab and Mount Nebo. Reuben saw that. He's like, man, well, this would be good for our cattle. So Moses, give us this land right here. We don't want to cross over to Jordan with y'all and go into Canaanite, the Canaan toward the territory. Reuben said, I want to stay here. I
There's
want to stay here.
water there too.
Huh?
And no water there.
There's plenty of water.
For the cattle.
Yep, plenty of water for them.
Yep. You got the Arnon River, the Jabbok River.
Uh-huh.
You got these rivers here.
Yarmouth River, Mount Hermon,
And you got the Jordan going straight
and
down.
you got the Jordan right there. So Reuben said, I want to stay on this side of it.
You ain't even got to see what's behind
You
door number
ain't
two.
see Kane.
Yeah.
don't need to see
Man, I like this.
I like this right
I
here.
want to stay right here, Moses. I want to stay right here, Moses.
Which really ends up being a curse, as you get on through the history of it, because every time they would come from here to fight, guess who the first people get picked off?
Mm-hmm.
The people over here.
Yep.
So that's what
Put
you want to get it up.
Yeah, put himself in.
Yeah, God never intended you to have, he was trying to get you over here.
Right.
But you want
to stay
to
over
stay
there.
over here. Okay, God said, okay. Baby.
Yeah.
Consequence.
Right, exactly.
What Moses telling them?
Go ahead.
6. And Moses said unto the children of Gad and to the children of Reuben,
Uh-huh.
shall your brethren go to war, and shall ye sit here?
There you go.
And wherefore discourage ye the heart of the children of Israel
Yeah.
from going over into the land which the Lord hath given them. 7.
Okay, go ahead.
8. Thus did your fathers when I sent them from Kadesh Barnea to see the land.
Mhm.
For when they went up unto the valley of Escol and saw the land, they discouraged the heart of the children of Israel, that they should not go into the land which the Lord had given them.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord's anger was kindled the same time, and he swore, saying, Surely none of the men that came up out of Egypt from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swore unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me.
Okay. Let's jump down to 19 real quick.
19.
Let me see here. Start at 17. 17.
Yeah.
Okay. But we ourselves will go ready armed before the children of Israel until we have brought them unto their place.
Yeah.
And our little ones shall dwell in the fenced cities because of the inhabitants of the land.
Okay.
We will not return unto our houses until the children of Israel have inherited every man his inheritance.
Uh-huh.
For we will not inherit with them on yonder side Jordan.
Uh-huh.
Or forward, because our inheritance is fallen to us on this side Jordan, eastward.
Oh,
They
okay.
said, okay.
So yeah.
We're going to go over there. We're going to help y'all fight
Yeah.
and clear the land over here. But we won't do it.
Right. After
Let
we
us
finish.
leave.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let us leave our kids and wives and stuff right here.
Uh-huh.
And we'll go help y'all fight, then we'll come back.
Yeah.
All right. And so now you see maps like.
Go to what BJ you're talking about. Go to verse 33.
33, yeah. Go ahead.
Now we have that established.
You see maps like this.
Yeah, you go.
Where Reuben, Gad, and if it was big enough, half travel Manasseh would be right up in here. They on this side of Jordan River. You got it. Yeah.
East side.
Uh-huh.
Right.
All of that territory that we were just talking about.
Which really wasn't what both sides wanted them to have.
Right. It wasn't in the plan,
Not
no.
even in the claim. Change the claim.
Yeah. Right there.
Yep, sorry. Bad.
They ain't gonna let you get past that.
His ass.
And we got two of them.
They usually give you a skip of it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Now, remember all that land we were just talking about?
Yes. indeed.
Now
Got it.
There you
that
go.
became Reuben, Gad, and the half tribe of Manasseh
You can't
territory.
see it over here, can you?
Can they see it?
I gotta be careful. Got to be careful. There we go.
Now all that land that we were just talking about that they got from the Amorites and Bashan, king of Og, now this all became Israelite territory. And Reuben, remember, Reuben said, "Hey, I like that territory." You know, and remember that's where the plains of Moab was, right there, in Reuben's territory. So Reuben, Gad, and that's what you're about to read, I believe, in verse 33. What is that?
And Moses gave unto them even to the children of Gad, and to the children of Reuben, and unto half the tribe of Manasseh,
and half tribe of Manasseh,
the son of Joseph, the kingdom of Shion, king of the Amorites, and the kingdom of Og, king of Bashan, the land which the cities thereof, and the coast, even the cities of the country round about.
Okay.
And the
You
children
stop it right there. I just wanted that to prove it right there. What Moses gave it to BJ. What BJ was just talking about. He said, Reuben said, "Look, we'll leave our women, children, everybody here, and we'll cross the Jordan River. We'll cross the Jordan River. Remember, before all this became Israelite territory on this side of Jordan, on the west side, this was Canaan. So they went over there and defeated Canaan and distributed the land among all the Israel. So Reuben said, okay, we'll go over there with you, Moses. You know, we'll kick them out We'll destroy all of them. When that's done, we're going back over this side of Jordan with our people. And they gave Reuben, Gad, and half tribe Manasseh wanted to stay on that side.
With our people.
Right. Remember that.
With our people.
With our people. So that's the story, y'all. That's the story. We had to make this, that foundation first, because there's something happened in the plains of Moab. Remember, we saw that when there was Amorite territory. The plains of Moab was right here. And who owns that? Reuben. The plains of Moab. That was 300 years before the book of Ruth. So, with that being said, BJ.
Verse 1.
Yeah. Verse 1. Yeah. The foundation. That's the foundation.
Wait a minute, hold on. I got one more.
Okay.
One more, just to prove what you said.
Okay.
Number 21, real quick.
Okay.
3:17 through 20. Numbers 21. Let me get that.
Number 21, you said 17.
Yeah.
17 to 20.
Yeah.
Then Israel sang this song, Spring up, O well, sing ye unto it. The princes did the well, the nobles of the people did it, by the direction of the lawgiver, with their staffs. And from the wilderness they went to Mattanah. And from Mattanah to Nahaliah, and from Nahaliah to Bamoth.
Where?
From Nahaliah to Bamoth.
To Bamoth. Okay.
Yeah.
And from Bamoth in the valley that is in the country of Moab.
In the what now?
In the country of Moab.
Right.
The country of Moab.
Uh-huh.
Bamoth is in the country of Moab.
Right.
And you can't see it real good on this map, Cam, but Bamoth it's right here. I circled it. In the country of Moab. Now, verse 1 said that they went to sojourn in the country of Moab. So they didn't go down here to Moab. They went into Reuben, with the country of Moab. The country of Moab is the plains of Moab. Right here.
There it is.
That's the country. That's what they call the country of Moab.
Right.
Because Bamoth is right here in the plains of Moab.
Bamoth is in the area where the plains of Moab.
Right.
Yeah, that's what Bamoth is.
So I guess we could have just did that and not told the whole story.
No, we had to. We had to build that foundation.
Yeah.
We had to.
I'm trying to see if it's on any of these maps any better. I think you get the picture though.
Yeah.
This is the plains of Moab, right here on by the Dead Sea. Plains of Moab. Same thing in the book, right?
Yeah.
Here. Plains of the Dead Sea. You got the plains of Moab right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
So he just with that verse right there in that song they showed that the country of Moab is in the land of Ruth.
Right.
In the plains of Moab.
Right.
All right. So now, with that background, is Ruth an Israelite from the tribe of Reuben, or is she a Gentile from the country, from the land of Moab?
Because it said, well, let's read it again. Ruth 1:1. Let's go back.
Ruth 1:1.
Now we start over.
Yeah.
Now it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled that there was a famine in the land. And a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to sojourn in the country of Moab.
There was a famine in the land, but they went to the country or the plains of Moab because what was out there? What they needed. The field, grain, everything. But it was a famine where they were. In the country of Moab. It ain't no different like here in Baltimore and Jackson. We live in what they call the city part. But you can go out into the country. And there ain't nothing but fields and stuff out there. Same thing right here.
Yeah.
That's what the plains of Moab was. It was just fields, and so they was here.
There you go.
Bethlehem. They were here, and they sojourned where?
And they sojourn in the country of Moab.
In the country of Moab. They did not go from Bethlehem and go down here. People think that they went here, but we established what the Most High said. Don't mess with them. Leave them alone. Don't go there. So they went this way. He said on this side of Jericho. Jericho is not down here.
Right.
So they didn't go here. They went right here in the country or the plains of Moab. Very important.
All right.
Because somebody now, 300, we're skipping 300 years back into the future now. So something happened right there in the plains of Moab. Okay.
Now we know why Bethlehem, Judah.
Because there's a
Right.
Bethlehem and there's another Bethlehem up in in Zebulon. There's a Bethlehem, so they say Bethlehem, Judah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
There's also
Makes
Bethlehem.
sense down here.
Yeah.
Right.
Bethlehem, Judah.
Yeah.
All right, good.
yeah,
That's good background.
yeah.
That's connected.
Two Bethlehem.
I mean, the whole thing y'all just did.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All praise to the Most High.
Yes, sir.
No,
Kind of like if you don't understand the Old Testament, you can't understand.
You can't
Right.
understand it.
right.
You understand what's going
But
on.
see, the church, they try to say she was a Moabite.
That's
because
right.
They throw themselves in
Yep.
as,
Yeah, it makes
especially
sense.
with this kinsman redeemer that we're going to read about in this book.
Right.
And the church said
She was a Moabite.
she's a Moabite.
So anybody
and
can
everybody.
answer the
Bob
part
really
of.
said she was like, like
That's right.
It says she a Moabite.
yes, sir, she's
Yeah.
a Moabite.
You got to
Who
remember who
forsakes
published
her
these out.
pagan heritage in order to cling to the people of Israel. And
Right.
to the God of Israel.
She was not a Moabite. Oh, we can prove that too. Watch
Right.
this. Oh, this one. Okay.
Satan got a plan.
Oh,
So,
she was not a Moabite.
and
She
with,
was from. Well, go ahead.
with this kinsman redeemer that we're going to read about in Ruth,
Yeah.
they try to say that Christ in the Revelation chapter 5 had to be a kinsman of Adam, because that's how they throw themselves in. But he had to be a kinsman of Isaac. And that narrows it down to a
Paul
specific
straighten that out.
bloodline. That's right. But they go all the way back to Adam. That includes everybody.
Yeah.
The Bible does.
They tried. They
Yeah,
tried.
they tried. It's a good try.
They
The Bible
tried.
stopped at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he's a study to show thyself approved.
That's right.
And when he reveals himself to you, you know. This thing that me and Carlos just went through, that's why he give pieces to everybody.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
We didn't come up with it,
That's right.
but we learned it.
Yeah.
You know. So he that's why he said don't forsake the assembly of yourselves together.
That's
You
right.
know, because Whitney might say something to
Yeah.
spark,
That could.
you know.
Yeah.
I say, whoa, wait a minute,
Yep.
and open up everything.
That's it.
So yeah, that during this time of awakening, he's awakening all of us to put all the pieces
Pieces
together.
together.
Yeah, so we can get a better understanding.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Okay. Oh yeah. Back in the room.
Mhm.
Back there now.
What time is
Well,
it?
we got
Okay,
we got right at the bottom, but we're
Ain't gonna pass three.
gonna start it over again.
No, ain't gonna pass
We're gonna start back at one again.
Yeah.
Now it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled that there was a famine in the land,
Uh-huh.
and a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to sojourn in the country of
In the
Moab.
country, and we know where it at now, right? The country of Moab. We know where that is.
Right.
Uh-huh.
He and his wife and his two sons.
Uh-huh.
And the name of the man was Elimelech, and the name of his wife Naomi, and the name of his two sons Mahlon and Chilion,
Uh-huh.
Ephrates
Uh-huh.
of Bethlehem, Judah. And they came into the country of Moab.
Remember, BJ found out last night. Ephrathah, we thought it was Ephraim,
Yeah.
but the strong said that's just another word for Bethlehem.
Mhm.
You know, they wasn't from Ephraim.
Yeah.
They were from Judah.
That's what he's saying. So it was a children from Bethlehem, of Bethlehem, Judah.
Right.
Like Mike just said, why you say Bethlehem, Judah?
Right.
Because
But
there's
that's
a
another
Bethlehem
one.
and Zebulon.
Yeah.
Okay.
The country of Moab, and continued there.
Uh-huh.
And Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left and her two sons.
Okay.
And they took them wives of the women of Moab.
Uh-oh.
The name of the one was Opha, and the name of the other Ruth.
And what?
And they dwelled there about 10 years.
Stop right there. Yeah, we made it to 4. Oh my goodness. And they took wives of the women of Moab. See, Ruth is a Moabite.
But this one.
What you say?
The plains of Moab.
The plains of Moab. We just said that's where they went.
Yeah.
So guess what? Ruth was not a Moabite.
Not, yeah.
She was an Israelite from the tribe of Reuben.
Yeah.
She was not a Moabite.
Right.
Because this is the way they traveled. They said they stayed there, 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
And they fought the women of Moab.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to break that down? The women of Moab.
Well, when you
That
do
was
that,
in, what was that in?
Isaiah
It's in the strong.
6, I think.
But it tell you 16.
16?
Yeah. Isaiah 16.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Because it said that's
I'll tell you what.
the scripture tells you
You just went upon Moab?
what is that?
That's one.
That's it. Read that. 1
Yeah,
1 and 2. Yep. That's it.
Isaiah 16, started at verse 1.
16.
Send ye the lamb to the ruler of the land from Selah,
Uh-huh.
to the wilderness unto the mount of the daughters of Zion. For it shall be that as a wandering bird cast out of the nest, so the daughters of Moab.
The what?
For the daughters of Moab shall be at the fords of Arnon.
The daughters of Moab.
Mhm.
Right here in Ruth, it said the women of Moab.
That's the only time this phrase is used.
That's the only time. How can we prove that? I'm going to the Strongs. It says Isaiah 16. You said it said
So that the daughters of Moab shall be at the fords of Arnon.
okay. I'm gonna look up the word Moab in Isaiah 16 in the Strong's Concordance. And it says it's H4124. And it says Father Moab, an incestuous son of Lot, also his territory and descendants of Moab. Descendants of Moab. So that means that you come from the line of Moab.
That's 4124, right?
Yeah, that's Isaiah 16. That's what it says. So it means you are a direct line of Moab.
Yeah.
You're from that line. Ruth, it said the what? The women?
Women of Moab.
The women, the daughters of Moab shall be at the fords of Arnon.
No, Ruth.
But then Ruth,
Ruth. Oh.
Ruth.
it said, and they took them wives of the women of Moab.
Oh, it said
Right.
the women of Moab.
Right.
Okay, so if you look up that word, Moab,
That's 4125.
it's 4125.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it says in the Strong's 4125. And it says, here you go.
Hey, my baby, cut that off the color.
What the? Oh, it keep going. Okay. Okay.
All right. You got it?
Yeah. It says Moabite 4125, a citizen
Mm-hmm.
of Moab, an inhabitant of the land of Moab.
Okay.
They citizens. What's the name said they were descendants of Moab in Isaiah 16, but the women of Moab, it said they are citizens, which means they're not a direct line. They're not a bloodline of Moab. They just dwelt in the land of Moab. We're what? You American citizens. We're Israelites, but we're American citizens. Same thing. That's the same thing with Orpah and Ruth. They dwelt in the land of Moab. They were citizens. So that proves that debunks that Ruth was not a Moabite. She was not a Gentile. She was an Israelite from the tribe of Reuben. That debunks that right there. She was not a Moabite. she was a citizen of the land of Moab, which Reuben now controlled. Okay, very important. Okay.
In the New Testament, you see that one of the disciples is one of the, where's that?
I can't move no big man right here.
Oh,
He
see,
all
there
in
you
his
go.
lap.
Oh, okay, yeah. Come on now.
He all in his
You
lap.
looking at me, and
There you go.
There it is. Okay.
in the New Testament, you see that one of the disciples is described as Simon the Canaanite.
Yeah.
Well, you know good and well, one of the disciples wasn't a Canaanite, but he lived in the part of Canaan that they call, they just labeled him as the Canaanite because he lived in Canaan.
That's right.
You know, when you had a childhood friend, two Johns. Come on, what John? John up the road or John down the road?
Right.
John down the road.
Which one you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same way. Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah.
Where we at?
That's good. Okay.
Starting at verse 5.
All right.
Oh, we gonna make it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And Milan and Chilion died also, both of them.
Oh, we got it. Okay. All right, go ahead.
And Milan and Chilion died also, both of them. And the woman was left of her 2 sons and her husband.
Uh-huh.
Then she arose with her daughter-in-law, that she might return from the country of Moab. For she had heard in the country of Moab how that the Lord had visited his people and given them bread. Wherefore she went forth out of the place where she was, and her 2 daughters-in-law with her. And they went on their way to return unto the land of Judah.
Hold on.
Watch
Now,
this.
she's been there 10 years.
Yeah.
And then within those. Now, hold on. Let's establish something else before we go any further. When they left, they had to sell, you see my quotes, sell the land.
Yeah.
And they took the money. You're going to see when she said, I left full.
Yeah.
But I'm coming back in.
Yeah.
And they went to Moab. But a sale in the Bible is not like a sale that we have here. When we sell our property, you get the deed and everything.
Yeah.
But in the Bible, it's just a lease.
Yeah.
It's really a lease. And then if you hadn't redeemed it within the year of Jubilee, 49 years, it goes back to the original owner.
Yep.
But some of your kinfolks can redeem the land. Say I lease my land to you for 10 years. And in 7 years, I come into some money and I want my land back. I just pay you the difference, whatever that is, for the next 3 years and get my land back. So the land really never changes possession.
Right.
All right. Okay. So Naomi is coming back. She don't have nothing to redeem the land. I'm getting ahead of it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right.
You gonna go on there?
My bad. I get ahead.
You went to chapter 2.
Yeah, I did.
Ain't no never accuse me. They're accused.
Yeah.
Good, can't stop.
Look at good though. Good. Yeah. Fine. My bad.
Yeah. Back to this first. All right.
We're gonna start at 7. Start at 7 again.
Bro.
Wherefore she went forth out of the place where she was, and her 2 daughters-in-laws with her. And they went on their way to return unto the land of Judah.
What did Naomi say?
And Naomi said unto her 2 daughters-in-laws, Go, return each to her mother's house. The Lord deal kindly with you, as ye have dealt with the dead and with me. The Lord grant you that ye may find rest, each of you, in the house of her husband. Then she kissed them.
Rest. Y'all remember that word rest. You're going to highlight it. We're going to see it again later on. Not today. But just remember she said that you can find rest.
You'll find rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they lifted up their voice and wept. And they said unto her, Surely we will return with thee unto thy people. And Naomi said, Turn again, my daughters. Why will ye go with me? Are there yet any more sons in my womb?
Right. I
That
can't have
they
no more
may
sons.
be your husbands?
Right.
Turn again, my daughters. Go your way, for I am too old to have an husband.
In other words, Naomi was saying, look, I'm of age. I can't have no more kids, and basically, if I didn't have kids, y'all gonna wait till they grow up to marry them.
No.
So y'all need to just go on back on over there and find y'all a husband, so y'all can have rest. So that's what Naomi is saying. I'm going back to Bethlehem, Judah. I'm going back there. I'm empty. I don't have nothing for you all, daughters. I have nothing for you. So go back, stay over here, find you a husband. Because I'm too old, I can't have no kids. And if I did, y'all gonna wait for them to grow up to be your husband?
Yeah.
This is what Naomi is telling them right now. Okay.
If I should say I have hope, if I should have an husband also tonight, and should also bear sons, would you tarry for them till they were grown?
See, y'all gonna wait till they grown so y'all can marry them?
Would you stay for them from having husbands? Nay, my daughters, for it grieveth me much for your sake that the hand of the Lord is gone out against me. And they lifted up their voice and wept again. And Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clave unto her.
Y'all saw what happened? The whole person said, "Peace." Come give me a hug. I need me a hug. I'm gone. I'm going back. But yeah, I gotta find somebody. Hey, I'm gone.
Naomi said, "You gonna need somebody to take care of you.
I need a man."
I'm gonna stay with you."
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yep. But Naomi said, yeah. Ruth said, "Watch it. Go ahead."
Well, hold on one second.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give too much away, but think about this in the spiritual sense.
Yes.
Look ahead and see, where's Naomi from?
Bethlehem, Judah.
But where's Ruth from that we know now?
Reuben.
Reuben. One of the
Northern tribe.
Northern kingdom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
You see how? Let's see. Watch how
He's
this play out.
establishing. He's establishing. Most High establishing something. Yeah. He's establishing something.
Boaz.
But it went back, Mike, 300 years ago.
Yeah.
He was establishing. It was like a minute to the Most High.
Yeah.
But he had to establish something.
Right.
That's why he took all that
Even
land.
a day was
No, it wasn't even a day for him. But he had to establish something. Yeah.
All right.
15. And she said, Behold, thy sister-in-law is gone back unto her people and unto her gods. Return thou after thy sister-in-laws. That's a small G gods.
Now hold on. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. It says what?
That's a small G gods.
Okay. And Carlos said something about my people earlier. That's what she just said. So
Yep.
Going back to your people.
Oprah was a Gentile. She was a Gentile.
Well, but she was from the tribe of Reuben too.
Yeah.
Both of them was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Both of them was.
Yep.
But she said, read that again.
And she said, Behold, thy sister-in-law is gone back unto her people.
The Reubenites,
Right.
that's her people.
Her
She's
people.
from the tribe of Reuben.
Right.
And unto her gods.
Her gods. Let's look at that word God
Small G.
real quick. Because that's another thing to throw us off.
What verse is that?
God, I got it right here. I was already here.
Good.
It's H430. H430. And it says God, plural of majesty, plural in the form, okay. It says any person characterized by greatness or power, mighty one, great one, judge,
Oh.
God,
What?
judge.
A judge. Remember, this was the time of the judges, y'all.
Time of the judge.
Okay.
So a God, they could have just put judge in there.
They could have.
But they won't.
Yeah.
Remember,
Scrabble finger.
Most I said they don't want me.
Yeah.
So he gave them judges.
Right.
Became their God.
That's what they talking about when he said he went back to
Flesh
her
became
God.
her God.
when
That's when.
Most High told Moses, "I'm going to make you a God
Yes.
to Pharaoh."
Yes.
It's the mighty one that
Yeah.
we're talking about. Somebody of authority over you. Now the interpreters could have easily just put judge in here,
Scrabble finger.
but of course they're promoting a different doctrine.
Yeah.
So if we put God right here and let them have to look it up to find it, and then if we change the word in the NIV and the ESV and all that,
Yeah.
they can't look it up. So we got them.
So where did Oprah go back to?
You got to study to show yourself.
If she was from the tribe of Reuben and it says she went back to her God, it means that she went back to her what?
judge.
A judge.
Judge.
She wasn't. She wasn't representing another god or
Right.
serving another god. That's not what it meant. She just went back to her judge.
Yeah.
This was in the time of judges.
That's it.
And the court just told her that's what it means, judge. Yeah. Okay.
16. And Ruth said, entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee.
Uh-huh.
For whither thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge.
Mm-hmm.
Thy people shall be my people,
Mm.
and thy God, my God.
Stop right there.
Oh yeah, stop right there.
Capital G.
What is she
You
saying?
go ahead.
What did she say? Go ahead and get
Well,
it.
you see anything? Y'all see anything
Y'all
in
see
that?
anything in that verse?
What you see, Miss Mary? That looks strange. I see you
Look at two words.
Any italicized words in that?
Yeah.
In my Bible here,
Mm-hmm.
when I go to the front of it, it says what the italicized word. You can't see it. There it is. I'll just read it.
What is that?
It says italic type. I say in the text indicates words that the original text do not contain,
Okay.
but the English requires for clarity.
Ah, so in the
Okay.
Hebrew text, it's
Clarity.
not saying that. They
No.
put it in for the English, so it'll make some sense.
So read it
So
without.
now, yeah,
So
we're
take it
back
out
to
and
outside
see
words.
what
Let's see
Ruth
what it
say
says.
there.
Okay, and Ruth said, entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee.
Okay.
For whither thou goest, I will go,
Mhm.
and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people, my people,
Uh-huh.
and thy God, my God.
Mm-hmm. So he said, look, we people. Not shall be.
Yeah.
We already people.
Right.
Right.
We
We
call
already
it
people.
We can't vote.
Yeah. I'm from Reuben, you from Judah.
Exactly. Not shall be.
Right.
They added that in there.
They added it in there.
Because they
y'all.
want you to think that she's from a Moabite, a
Right,
Gentile,
Moabite.
from Moab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That people, my people.
Yeah.
That God, my God.
Yes.
That's all she said.
Shall be
Yes.
is italicized.
Mm-hmm.
No, what I'm thinking of is back to verse 15.
Okay.
Well, I got stumped when I saw, I mean, the two ladies that were daughter-in-laws,
Uh-huh.
sister-in-laws, they were both Israel.
Right.
Yes.
So right here, verse 16 refers to the Almighty. And the other one says good G.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can kind of understand that considered pagan God.
I think I'm
No,
lost.
God, lower chief God is what they just said. Reference.
Yeah, it says yoke.
A mighty person.
Yeah. We looked it up in the concordance, right?
What you talking about?
Well, all I'm saying, if Ruth and Naomi
Mm-hmm.
is going back to an Israelite camp, or like a nation, then is not Oprah also an Israelite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how can her God be
It's a
a judge? Huh?
It's a little G, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're missing my point.
Yeah, I am.
They're both Israelites,
Right.
and we said I don't know if they're both from the tribe of Reuben, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then how can her God be a judge and Naomi's, Ruth God be the Most High?
Because she said, because Ruth saying, I'm gonna go back with you to Bethlehem, Judah.
Right.
I'm gonna go back with you. So
Oh,
the
no,
most,
Bethlehem, Judah.
yeah,
He said we people. My God is your God.
right. Most High is, yeah.
Yeah.
We serving the same
We
God.
serve the same God.
I get that.
Okay.
I ain't debating what 16 is saying.
Uh-huh.
But we know the Most High was the God of Israel.
Right.
All 12 tribes.
Right.
Mhm.
So if what I'm asking then is Oprah.
Uh-huh. She
why
just
does
decided not to go.
Yeah,
Oh, she stands.
She stand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oprah stand.
see, that's why I got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
She
ain't
stand.
going
Remember,
back
go
there.
back
She
to
gonna stay over there.
Yeah.
With the Eagles.
go back to 14, Mike.
With Reuben.
Go back to 14.
14. And they lifted up their voice and wept again.
And what Oprah did.
And Oprah kissed her mother-in-law,
She said peace.
but
Yeah.
Ruth clave
Oh, yeah,
unto
my
her.
Was not Reuben worshiping the Most High at this time?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then I don't get the part with a little G.
Because it's referring to the judges. See, okay, I know what you're talking about. Each tribe had their own judge. It wasn't just one judge.
Oh, right.
The Judah had a judge.
Yeah.
Reuben had a judge.
Every tribe had
their own judge.
Right.
So my judge. So you go back to your judge.
Yep.
And I'm going my.
And Naomi, Ruth said,
"Hey, Mike, you abusing me." but every tribe had their own judge. So he said, "You go back to your judge."
Yeah.
Your person of authority.
Yeah.
I'm going back to mine. You know, Barack Obama might be over here, and Joe Biden might be over there.
Right.
I said all that to say this.
Okay.
Conclusion. If Reuben and Manasseh all really went against what God had said, then she was going back to worship a judge who made a decision for the tribe of Reuben. Stay on the other side. God never gave them, told them to do that.
Yeah, well, this is a time of judgment where everybody did what was right in their own mind.
Right. And so, but now, relative to
Orpah,
Ruth and Naomi going back to Bethlehem, Judah,
right?
They was on the side what God gave them.
Right.
Told them they could have, but you see what I'm saying? The judges for Reuben and Manasseh actually went against God.
Well,
and it was tolerated.
Yeah,
because he didn't never promise them that land.
Actually, it probably was gonna fall within that category because he told Moses to go to the mountain and look as far as you.
Yeah,
but you wanted it, I give it to you.
Right.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't. They was going to the land of Canaan.
Right.
That's where they were supposed to be going. But all of that land was really eventually gonna be wiped out. Gonna be there. But
I was trying to understand.
Orpah just made a personal decision that I'm staying here.
Going back over,
This is all I know. This is where I live. This is where I grew up.
Right.
I'm staying here.
Yeah.
And Ruth said, I'm going with you because you're gonna need somebody to take care of you.
Right.
You know.
It just didn't have any logic to me if both of them are Israelites.
Yeah, it was just a personal decision.
One of them is the Most High, clearly.
Yeah.
And the other one is a judge.
Yeah.
It just didn't add up.
But
go ahead.
You think they put lowercase g to still try to make that fit?
Yeah.
That she was a Gentile.
Yeah, because they could have easily
just
put
that's why.
Yeah.
Is that why you confused?
Well, yeah, because to me it didn't make sense for it to be a lowercase.
Yeah, I see.
Because it means judge. Yeah.
Right.
I get you.
Yeah. But I mean, and that's part of the deception that they want you to see that doctrine.
Yeah.
That's what you know. If you dig deep into it, they could have easily just put judge right there and cut off the confusion.
Yeah.
But this is where the
quite
Most
sure
High
in
waking us
the
up.
in the original Hebrew text, that's what it probably says.
Right. If we see a Septuagint, I bet you
it says judge.
You got a Septuagint. I bet you it probably says judge.
I got one, but not with.
Yeah.
You'd have to do. Go on.
Yeah, it would probably say judge.
Yeah, probably would.
Yeah.
But okay, where we at? No.
17.
17.
All right, well, do you want to start back at 16 or we going to go
Go
on
ahead. Get 16. One more time.
All right. And Ruth said, entreat me not to leave thee or to return from following after thee. For whither thou goest, I will go. And where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people, my people. And thy God, my God.
We the same people. We serve the same God. Yes.
Where thou diest, I will die. And there will I be buried. The Lord do so to me, and more also, if aught but death part thee and me.
I'm not leaving you. Okay.
When she saw that she was steadfastly minded to go with her, then she left speaking unto her.
I ain't wasting my breath. She determined to go. So I just shut up and we just gonna walk on. Headed back to Bethlehem. All right, go ahead.
So they too went until they came to Bethlehem. And it came to pass when they were come to Bethlehem that all the cities was moved about them. And they said, is this Naomi? And she said unto them, call me not Naomi, call me Mara. For the Almighty have dealt very bitterly with me.
Naomi, I think it means blessed of God, something like that. She said, don't call me that.
Yeah, it actually has a small G in this one too.
They got that done?
Yep.
Okay.
Just a quick conclusion.
Go ahead.
This is Michael.
Okay.
This
He
is Michael.
said, "This is Michael." He went like this.
You could conclude that Naomi was given a future promise. It split between the tribes. They did go off and worship other gods.
Yeah, and they were doing it at the time
And
of
she
the judgment.
stayed in the tribe that
That's why
was
they had
part of the
judges.
northern kingdom.
Exactly. That's why I said
It almost sounds like a prophecy she was saying.
that's why I'm saying this is types and shadows.
Yeah, and she was telling you what's coming for that side.
Right.
Of the fence, so to speak.
It's
Right.
the types and shadows. Yeah, and that's why
That makes sense.
I had
that really makes sense.
a conclusion page when we finished chapter 4 to compare the two.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save it, but Mike keeps jumping ahead.
Jumping at.
Well, you should have read verse 3. Verse 15. That made us stop.
Yeah.
Go ahead on.
I'm just busy with it. But yeah, that's why I'm saying it's types and shadows.
Yeah.
This is a very.
Very
It's
important.
definitely a problem.
That's why we had to
We
establish
had
that
to.
she was part of the North.
Yeah,
Had to.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you had it again.
Yeah, exactly.
I dug out your
Yeah, you messed it up. You done messed it up now. We might well go on.
See y'all. Shabbat shalom.
Ruth.
I'm sorry, Peter. Mike done messed it up.
Oh man.
All right, then.
21.
Oh damn, we made it down there. You think you ain't getting none else? Wait a minute, man.
What I miss? Bro,
I said, I did. I was dying. Buried when I speak to steadfast with mighty. Then it went into Bethlehem and came fast. Okay.
oh no, I'll get something.
Did you expect you didn't do verse 20?
Let's see.
Why they call her Naomi?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
just
I
did.
was gone. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
you coming back?
You
Then.
said
My bad. My bad.
All
I was gone, man.
right, no, we good, man. I'm good.
21. I went out full, and the Lord has brought me home again empty. Why then
Wait,
call
hold
ye-
on 1 second. That's what I was talking about earlier. We went out full.
Yeah.
Well, you got that big check from the
Right.
from leasing the land.
Yeah.
Shoot, hey, let's
I'm
do it
good.
over here in
I
Moab.
was good.
I'm going over there like me and you getting the check,
Man.
moving over to Haiti.
Over there, yeah.
And boy, you know,
Hit my
$1,000
hood.
over there, we can show down.
And hit my husband with me too.
Exactly.
Oh shoot. I had it going on.
So she said I went out full.
Yeah.
I had the check, I had my husband, I had my 2 sons.
Yeah.
Went out full. Came back and I'm bankrupt.
Yep.
Crapped out.
Yep.
You know.
Husband gone.
And that's another sign too of us. Look how we used to be.
Yep.
Look at us now.
Yep. Crap
We
out.
lost on the totem pole. But it's all in that, and he said, in their affliction, they will seek me early.
That's right.
You know, and yeah. So it's
don't
all
get-
for us to call back out to him.
No,
This
both
one.
sides. The husband gonna get
Both
him back,
sides.
right?
Exactly.
He gonna, okay. I'm jumping ahead now.
Yeah. Redemption story.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Got some up your sleeve. But see what she did though. She left that pagan land like Mike keep establishing
Uh-huh.
and came back home.
Yep.
And let's see what happened when you come back home.
Uh-huh.
All right.
21. I went out full, and the Lord has brought me home again empty.
Mhm.
Why then call ye me Naomi,
Mm-hmm.
seeing the Lord has testified against me, and the Almighty has afflicted me?
Watch this, y'all.
So Naomi returned, and Ruth, the Moabitess,
The what?
the Moabitess,
The roof, the what?
the Moabitess,
We know what that means now, y'all, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
her daughter-in-law with her, was returned out of the country of Moab.
Uh-huh.
And they came to Bethlehem in the beginning of barley harvest.
In the beginning of barley harvest. That's a clue.
Oh, yeah.
Because the barley, it would ripen before the wheat would. And I'm just gonna tell this part. When Boaz meets Ruth, he says, "Stay in my field
Yeah.
from now, barley harvest,
Yep.
into the wheat harvest."
Uh-huh.
And that time is the time between Passover and Pentecost.
That's right. Sounds familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
It's during that time.
Yeah.
49.
Yeah. That's the difference between each one of them ripening. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, is there anything in there?
Mm.
I don't know.
Mm.
What time is it?
Oh man.
Is there any question before we?
Yeah.
I mean, do we want to start it?
So you still got
We
14
got
minutes.
time.
Yes, we can.
Got a little time to start
I
chapter
guess we
2.
can. Wow.
So we were gonna get out of
Yeah,
there.
I did
We
too.
made it there.
Sure did. Wow.
What say, Miss Mary?
Lord stole the time.
Let's go.
She said, go.
That's right, Mama.
She said, let go for it.
That's it.
Go ahead.
Miss Vita said that part of the lesson was just awesome. It was always said that she was a Moabite. That's how this story became confusing.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Awesome. All praise to the Most High.
Yeah,
man, for
amen.
revealing that. That's what I'm saying. He got to be working for us to be able to see it. He got to be working. He can't not be working.
All praise.
We didn't learn, they didn't teach us this.
Oh no.
If he didn't reveal it, we wouldn't have
We
got
would have never known.
That's right, Mom.
Exactly.
They don't even teach that in seminaries.
No, they ain't know.
Cemetery.
Well, from cemetery.
No, they ain't gonna teach that. Is he crazy?
Well, they don't know.
He's a knee.
that.
You don't start it.
Andrea said y'all did that.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Mama Mary said never would have gotten this kind of rightly dividing the word in traditional church. My understanding was greatly increased. All praise to the
All
Lord.
praise.
Oh, praise
Praise the Most High.
Yeah, all praise.
Absolutely.
All praise.
You got to praise,
Really,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really want to
This
make
is
sure
real
everybody
right here. Praise. Wait, you don't even know I was in church. I don't know what I'm praising him for. He died for my sin before I was born. Wait a minute.
And get
You
that.
wasn't the person the right one anyway.
Show you how much Satan is ahead of us. The movie industry already got the movies out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
right.
Before by the Gentiles.
That's right.
And so you think you're gonna change the heart and mind of those people?
Nah, not at all. But it's all in there. It's all right there. But it's hidden so good
Yeah, it is.
that if you ain't keeping the Sabbath or keeping the commandments, and he revealing himself to you,
That's right.
you will never see it.
Never see it.
You'll never
I
see
will
it.
reveal myself. What he said?
Exactly.
I
If
was
your-
manifesting myself.
I will manifest myself.
If your mind is made up and you know I'm just gonna stick with what grandma and granddaddy, he's not gonna see it.
That's right.
It's right there. But you ain't gonna see it.
You sure want to learn?
Yeah.
What do you think that we was labeled something else until God revealed to us
Exactly.
who we were?
But that's one of the curses in Deuteronomy 28. You're gonna be called a byword.
That's right.
So that's Ruth was labeled.
Exactly.
That's
right.
That's right.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And now they're awakening.
And just because that word in there said
Just because, yeah.
Moabite,
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
they took that and ran with it.
Ran with
it.
That's what she is.
That's it.
And you know
She a
what?
Moabite. She a Moabite.
We had a guest
That's it.
last night, and she said, "Well, why do y'all read the King James version? Why do y'all use that? Because this concordance don't work with no other version.
That's right.
It don't work. So this digging that we just did,
Yeah.
you can't find it with an NIV
That's right.
because the words are different.
Yep.
Change language.
They changed it.
Yep. Very
You
right.
can only study the King James and this concordance because the truth is hidden in the real words. Moabite,
Yep.
Moabiters,
Yep.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell all this stuff we've been looking up
It's
today.
right in there.
It's in here.
Give you the Hebrew definition.
Study to show thyself approved.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
The Hebrew definition of it.
All right.
Same word.
We
Same
still
word.
got time.
We get down to the word.
It's the same word. You had two words, Moab, that we looked up. Moab, same words, but had different meanings. And that's the same thing we did when we did Deuteronomy 28. I mean Deuteronomy wear pants.
Oh yeah.
Deuteronomy, yeah. It was one word. I mean, one word had two definitions.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not wear that which pertaining to woman, shall not thou wear what pertaining to a man.
Uh-huh.
That word man had two different definitions. One definition was warrior, and then another definition of man was husband.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to, like I said, the King James, and you have to look at the Strong. You have to look at what the Hebrew definition of it is,
Right.
because you will get confused
Mm-hmm.
going with the English version. You will get confused.
You won't get confused. You'll know what you know, but
Yeah.
what you'll know will be wrong.
That's right. That's it. That's it. It will. Yeah.
Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yep.
That's it.
Am I right? Am I
Oh my goodness.
Man, I don't know, man.
You want to wait?
Oh,
Mama said go.
Mom
wrong?
said go.
Then.
What she just said.
She
We
said,
can
yeah,
wait.
she
You want to hit that too?
to the wire now. We
Okay.
get down to the wire.
Man, I just don't want to stop then.
You don't want to
We're
keep
going
going?
to have to stop right there. Right in the tracks of it, though. Okay, come on. Mama said, come on. Come on.
Then she said, wait.
Yeah. Oh, Mama, you said, wait.
We down to the wire now.
Say, oh, after the while.
Yeah, your nose touching the wire.
That was in there.
I just ain't gonna want to stop now, but we're getting to this
Okay,
redeemer part.
that's fine. There wasn't any questions on that one. Well, everybody got it.
It's gonna be like, we get in that too. It's gonna be like, tune in next time. We're like, oh shoot, that's like a good series you watching, and it get good at the end,
Yeah.
and it cuts off. You gotta wait till the
To be continued.
to be continued.
Well, that's
That's
good.
how it's gonna feel, man. You gotta wait till next Saturday. That's how
Yeah,
it's gonna
exactly. That's it. That's
feel.
good.
Your thing, that ain't-
Clip like that's good.
It'll
Yeah.
bring you back in that point.
Yeah.
A guy on YouTube said that was deep.
Oh,
Thank you,
for real?
brother. Thank you, brother.
246 AH.
Thank you.
All right, all
I
praise.
pray that you really got understanding of it. Thank you. Thank you. I love Dre. Dre, you like them illustration, boy. That Dre like that, boy. Bring out some illustration.
That
Yeah.
Bible along with those
Yeah.
maps.
I always, every time I read a story, I try to look at the maps. You know,
It
once
makes sense. Yeah, it brings it to life.
it brings it to life.
Yeah, with them maps. It's
That's
yeah.
what really brought it home to me is the map.
Seeing it.
You know,
Mhm.
discussing and then showing the map.
That's it, mama.
All praise.
That's it.
All
It brings it to
praise.
life.
Each one validating.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's all there.
Can't tell me this Bible ain't real.
Can't do.
Can't tell me that.
Well,
You can, but you lying.
And we do the cliffhanger. Y'all need to do the tidbits.
Some tidbits.
She said we got five.
Y'all need to
Bro
do
said we
let
got
me tell y'all
five.
what my wife told me.
All right, let's talk about that.
She don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Tell all the stories.
Tell the whole thing. Tell the whole thing.
Tell the whole story. She tell it, man. All right, dude. We'll
Oh, man.
okay. We'll stop right there. Then. But
Any
I
other questions or comments on there, y'all?
Not on Facebook.
Okay.
Andrea said, I love the maps.
Yeah, I told you
Awesome.
would.
Awesome.
You ain't Dre like that.
Well, we'll stop right there and pick up next week. Lord, say the same. Get ready to go.
Yeah,
God
what you
will.
said. God will.
Yeah.
Lord's will.
Yeah.
Lord's will. Can't do it without it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, did you do anything today? What you gonna do today?
All right.
What the hell on that?
I'm going that way.
Go ahead.
Well,
You done suck out one.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Mm-hmm.
For this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
We'll see y'all next Sabbath.
Shalom.
Love y'all. Shabbat shalom.
Good job.
yeah, you don't need that book no more. You can read it.
Yeah, the down payment.
Yeah, she can read it without saying it, but she just need it for a quick right now.
Same guy said very informative. Feel like I'm back in elementary. Love it.
All right.
What do you say?